iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
At Stone CDJR, not only do we sell Jeeps, we learned how to drive them. Stone CDJR, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Hey, I'm Todd Stone from G-Stone Motors. I have a new Ford F450 that I drive. You know, cars are our life. My father and I have always been involved with some kind of motorsports. And it's really a part of our dealership, the racing that we do. I'm very proud to have G-Stone Motors on the side of my car. It's a Ford Fusion. We sell Fords. We believe in Fords. I believe in what we sell. I drive what we sell.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford certified and pre-owned dealership. Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans. We are back here at the dirt track at Charlotte for round number 3 for the 802 Modified Series, presented by G-Stone Motors. My name is Roger Muth, up here in the booth tonight, and alongside me, Paul LaCourte, back for his 3rd round of dirt slinging action, Paul. Last time we were here at the dirt track at Charlotte, we saw the Brissett Racing Brigade go to the top. They were running 1, 2, 3, and 4 at one point. John Michael Brissett and Speedy Brissett able to dominate all evening long.
Yeah, it was a pretty good battle. Another New York guy took the win, and the Green Mountain Boys, we'll see if they show up tonight and shut these New York guys down.
Right now, it does look like 23 drivers have made their way here to the dirt track at Charlotte for round number 3. Well, let's recap, though. Round number 1, we already talked about it. John Michael Brissett was able to go to victory lane with Speedy Brissett in 2nd. Dylan Rabtoy was 3rd, and Josiah Millen was 4th with Wade McDuff in 5th. That was your top 5 in the first round of the season. The second round for the Grams Custom Fabricating night at Volusia went to that was actually C.J. LeVere with Speedy Brissett back there in 2nd, so 2 podium finishes for Speedy, and right behind him, the team car, number 14 of John Michael Brissett. He was rounding down our podium last week. He was in that 3rd spot. Dylan Rabtoy was 4th, and Wade McDuff was 5th. So a lot of these drivers have not fallen outside the top 5 in the first 2 rounds. What are we expecting here at Charlotte now, Paul? It's the 2nd time we've come here.
The first race was actually really good racing at first. The second half of the race, we had a few cautions, and the race didn't pan out exactly as it started. But I'm hoping this week we have a great show and see if somebody can take down the Brissett boys.
Well, we can officially say that Fast Time Award here tonight will go to the driver of car number 22. The Elmo's Pit Stop Fast Time Award here tonight will be the driver out of Swanton, Vermont. So he will have the quick time, that Ray's Diane Tubing entry. Races a lot up north there. I believe ran a couple weeks up there at the Devil's Bowl.
Yeah, I think Dylan went over there. They did a 2-day show, and the Sportsman guys ran on a Sunday, and I believe he made the show. Started like 27th or 28th, and I don't remember where he finished. That was the only time I saw him over there myself, but he had a pretty good year last year. He got his first win at Airborne, which was pretty cool.
Well, here's a good thing. He won't have to start deep into our heat races here tonight. He should start towards the front of those, as heat race number 1 will start to make its way to the starting lineup, and this is heat race number 1. Starting on the front row, driving the Low Motorsports number 2 1X entry. This would be Rob Lowell in the G-Stone Motorsports. Starting back in P number 2, driving the Brissett Racing 03 here tonight. This is Speedy Brissett. Row number 2, driving car number 4, Scott Rayome. Will drive car 4 starting in P number 3. Back into position number 4 here tonight. You heard him. He set that Elmo's Fast Time Award here tonight. That'll be Dylan Rabtoy in car number 22. He'll start 4th. John Michael Brissett will start P number 5 in car number 4 here tonight. So that'll be 5th for John Michael Brissett. Starting into the 6th position here tonight, driving car number 40 out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, the Jordan Henn Racing entry. This is Josiah Millen. He'll start 6th. It's the big show, Kyle Lesher, car number 19 here tonight. He will start in the 7th spot. Stephen Turberville back there in car number 13 for the Vanderpool Racing entry. He will start 8th. Jonathan Hutchins in car number 46 will start into the 9th spot here in heat race number 1, while Joseph Kemp in car number 7 is into the 10th spot. Final 2 starters here. Craig Bristol in car number 6 out of New York will start into the 11th spot, while Chad White, driving car number 59, will round down our first heat race field of the evening as the starting lineup. That is all subject to change here tonight because these 802 modifieds are rolling away. The 358 modifieds here tonight on tap for these drivers. As it is 12 drivers, it'll be 4 drivers to qualify here out of heat race number 1. 10 laps will be the distance. Track looking very worn in here from our practice session. Looking like it is getting pretty close to the top side of the speedway. That outside looks like it may be the place to be here in these heat races.
Sure does. Seems like they got a pretty good cushion built up there on the outside with 358s. It's all momentum racing.
Take a look here at the G-Stone Motors onboard camera with Speedy Brissett. He'll start on the outside of row number 1 here tonight. There you see him. Everybody stacked up 2x2. Beautiful looking cars. You got that TO Pro car there. The Brissett Racing number 4 of Scott Rayome. He's down on the bottom side. He had a really good showing last time we were here at the dirt track at Charlotte. See if he can repeat that one as we get ready to come into the green flag restart zone here tonight. Green flag out this time by out of turn number 4. Rob Lowell is going to smash the gas. He's going to go down into turn number 1 as the race leader. He jumps straight to the top side of the speedway.
Lowell going to take it off of 2 with Rayome looking underneath Speedy as we go into turn 3. John Michael Brissett advancing a few positions here early.
Feels like we're watching it all over again from 2 weeks ago. 3 wide that time. They're out of turn number 4. Rob Lowell going to lead lap number 1 here in heat race number 1. Look at Scott Rayome down to the bottom side. Look at the 14 of John Michael Brissett. He's down on the bottom side. He was very fast that time off turn number 2. Had those dig shocks digging down into the dirt here tonight. A little close contact there between 2 of the Brissetts. That's John Michael Brissett working the bottom side. That'll Speedy Brissett working the top shelf there. And Dylan Rabtoy right now on the outside looking in after 2 in the books.
Rayome going to lead him off of 4 as we complete lap number 3. John Michael to the inside of Rob Lowell going into turn 1 with Speedy on the outside.
The 14 of John Michael Brissett down to the bottom side. He's got Dylan Rabtoy back there. It does look like Rob Lowell in the 1X2 Featherlight Trailer G-Stone Motorsports entry, looking like he is slipping back on the outside. We talked about how the outside was going to come in here tonight, but right now for Rob Lowell, it does not look like the outside lane is the place to be. Contact back there. That was the 0-3 of Speedy Brissett into the back of John Michael Brissett, and boy, they are all under a blanket. Here comes Josiah Millen to the outside lane right now. There is car number 40 trying to go through into the main event here right out of his heat race, and boy, he's looking good on the outside. He's got that number 40 hooked up.
Sure does. Riom's loving this battle going on behind him, and he looks to escape the field and cruise to a heat race win. John Michael to second.
It'll be Scott Riom, John Michael Brissett, Rob Lowell, and Josiah Millen that time by at the line. Now that Rob Lowell entry has started to come in. Maybe it just took him a couple of laps to get that 358 modified rolling the top side, and now that it is there, Millen now looking to the inside. Here comes Speedy Brissett also. 3 laps to go here in heat race number 1, and a heck of a battle, but they have all been chasing car number 4 of Scott Riom.
Scott and John Michael are escaping the field with Josiah putting the pressure on Rob Lowell for the transfer spot. Speedy's trying to get in the mix too, and Dylan's just waiting for somebody to make a mistake.
Rabtoy, always one of those solid drivers. Remember, he picked up the Elmo Fast Time Award. Millen close to the back bumper there on Lowell as the popsicle sticks were flying in the air last time by. Battle for the race lead here as they come to get the white flag. It'll be the final trip around the speedway. Scott Riom trying to lock his number 4 into the show here, but he's got John Michael Brissett. Final time down the back straight away. Rob Lowell, Speedy Brissett back there. Scott Riom will come here into turns 3 and 4. He will look out of turn number 4. He will pick up heat race number 1 here tonight. So it'll be Scott Riom, John Michael Brissett, Speedy Brissett, Rob Lowell, all transferring in. Millen, Rabtoy, Lesher, Tuberville, Kemp, Hutchins, Bristol, and White will all have to go to the last chance qualifier a little bit later on here tonight, and I do believe we will go with just 2 heat races here tonight. So our second heat race of the evening making its way to the grid. This is how that starting lineup will look. Starting in the front row at Hudson Falls, New York, driving the McDuff Racing Bartell Builders number 1W. This is the wild one of Wayne McDuff. Starting in P number 2, driving car number 15 out of the Brissett Racing Stables. This is car 15 of Ed Brissett. Starting back into the 3rd spot, driving the Gagnon Racing number 5. This is Brandon Rand. Back there in the 3rd spot. CJ LeVere, last week's winner. He will start back there into the 4th spot with car number 4 here tonight. New driver to the series, driving the 00 out of the Smith Racing Inc. entry. This will be the 00 of Doug Ungari. Starting into the 6th spot, driving car number 57 here tonight out of New York. This will be Daniel Smith in car number 57. Justin Bishop in car number 78J, or 78B that is. He will start back there in 7th. The number 73, the Sharon's Beefs 500 Micro Sprint driver, Vernon Woodard, will start back there into the 8th spot. Eric Riel out of the Brissett Racing 02 Stables. He will start back there in 9th. And driving the 29J here tonight, Justin Carby will start in 10th. And the final driver to make his way into the heat races here tonight, driving car number 10 out of Plattsburgh, New York, the Leclerc Flatworks number 10. This is Joshua Leclerc. So that is how they are lined up here. 11 drivers. It will be another 4 to the feature right out of this one.
What do you got to win in this one, Roger? Looks like we're going to have a pretty interesting race.
Those Brissett cars have been very quick. Last week's winner, CJ LeVere, also here in this heat race. So, and you can't count out the mountain man, Doug Ungari, back there making his debut here with the 802 series. So you could pretty much make a little sheet here and pencil every one of these drivers in as a winner. But we're going to find out here after 10 laps. Green flag up into the air. McDuff going to go way down to the bottom side. Look at CJ LeVere out there. 3 wide for 2nd, 3 wide for 7th. So you pick it. Where do you want to go? CJ LeVere says, I'll go into 2nd.
McDuff across the line in 1st. CJ 2nd. Brandon Guerin in 3rd. We're set to the outside of Guerin with Ungari in tow.
So with Bishop now working into that 5th spot, Ungari going to go to the top shelf there with that blue and orange entry. He will try to make his way into the big dance here. Wade McDuff still leading. He'll put 2 laps in the books, but he's got C.J. LeVere still right there, about a car length and a half, maybe 2 car lengths at most behind him. Guerin is right there in car number 5. Then it's Bishop. Ed Brissett going to slide up the speedway. Here comes Eric Riel. Ungari going backwards on the top shelf. Look at that number 7 of Joshua Leclerc. He's down on the bottom side of the speedway.
The 7's on the move. He does not want to go to that last chance race. He started last. He's already picked off 4 or 5 positions already.
And that's exactly what you want to do, is just pick them up and put them down here tonight if you can. So that 41 working the outside of the speedway. We were calling it the 00, but that's actually the 41 of Doug Ungari. He's going to make a little Nerf bar contact with the 15. Ed Brissett working to the outside.
Top 4 is checked out. McDuff still
Contact back here. There was 2 drivers, 3 drivers involved. Ed Brissett, Doug Ungari, and I believe that was Eric Rio. Now Ungari's going to go down to the corner. He's going to get into the back of the 73. That is Vernon Woodard. And the 57 of Daniel Smith going to have to check up with 4 laps to go. Everybody actually plays bumper tag, and they all get away with it. They will storm down the back straightaway.
Top 4 checked out. Josh Leclerc sitting in the 5th spot, just trying to inch his way into the battling for the contention spot to transfer.
3 to go for Wade McDuff. It's McDuff, LeVere, Guerin, Bishop. So those drivers are having themselves a heck of a battle. Josh Leclerc, though, he's going to have a lot of ground to make up if he would like to get himself into this field for the big main event right out of the heat race here tonight. 2 laps to go as the popsicle sticks are waving. Leclerc right now still on the outside looking in. There's still some time. Anything can happen. Don't sign that check here in this heat race just yet.
No, you can never count your chickens before they hatch.
Final time down the back straightaway for Wade McDuff in the 1W entry. That Bartell Builders entry looking to build himself another shelf of plaques and trophies. It'll be the wild one. Wade McDuff coming across the line. C.J. LeVere, Brandon Guerin, and Justin Bishop. So Wade McDuff going to pick up a heat race. Everybody else to a last chance qualifier, I do believe. We'll wait to see if we do have that. It looks like we're going to actually skip that last chance qualifier, so 2 heat races here tonight will go in the books. It'll be Scott Rion picking up a heat race win with Wade McDuff. So everybody, I'm being told, will actually make it. 21 cars for 22 spots here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte, so they will all make the big show. We're going to take a quick step away here from the dirt track at Charlotte. We'll be back with your 40-lap feature event here tonight for the G-Stone Motors 40 here at Charlotte.
So proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets regular, the bombs bursting
CDJR. Not only do we sell Jeeps, we learned how to drive them. Stone CDJR, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Hey, I'm Todd Stone from G-Stone Motors. I have a new Ford F-450 that I drive. You know, cars are our life. My father and I have always been involved with some kind of motorsports. And it's really a part of our dealership, the racing that we do. I'm very proud to have G-Stone Motors on the side of my car. It's a Ford Fusion. We sell Fords. We believe in Fords. I believe in what we sell. I drive what we sell.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford certified and pre-owned dealership. Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back to the dirt track at Charlotte, race fans. These drivers burning in the speedway just a little bit. Our fast time qualifier, Dylan Rabtoy, here tonight. He is looking to put himself in the top 5 for the 3rd consecutive week. Scott Rayome was a heat race winner along with Wade McDuff. Everybody else will file in throughout the field. A couple big events coming up, though, here for the 802 Series. They will be hosting a super late model race at the New Smyrna Speedway on March the 19th. Look for more information over on the 802 Facebook page, and another 358 Modified Series race coming right here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Florida in Volusia, 150 laps for 358 Modified competition racing action also coming here in late February. Find more of that information over on the Turn 3 Racing Network's Facebook page to get updated and into either one of those races that are coming up. But how about it here tonight? It's G-Stone Motors night here at the dirt track at Charlotte, and we are ready to set the starting lineup here tonight for our feature event, and this is how they will line up. Starting on the front row, driving car number 4. He picked up heat race number 1. This is Scott Rayome. He'll start P number 1. This outside the driver out of Hudson Falls, New York, driving the 1W Martell Builders McDuff Racing, number 1W of Wade McDuff. Starting in row number 2, driving car number 14, John Michael Brissett will start 3rd, while CJ Lemaire, last week's winner, is 4th. Speedy Brissett in car number 03 will go 5th here tonight. The Gagno Racing number 5, Brandon Graham will go back there in P number 6, or Garin will go number 6. Rob Lowe in the Low Motorsports entry will go 7th. Justin Bishop in the 78B will go 8th. Josiah Millen to 9th. Josh Leclerc into P number 10. Rabtoy will start 11th here tonight, while Vernon Woodard will start back into the 12th spot. 13th will go to the big show of Kyle Lesher. 14th will go to car number 15 of Ed Brissett. Stephen Tuberville will start car 13 back in 15th. Riel to start into the 16th spot, while Joseph Kemp in car number 7 will start in 17th. Doug Ungari out of Montana will drive in car number 41 will start 18th. Jonathan Hutchins in car number 46 will go 19th on the grid here tonight. It'll be 20th for Daniel Smith, Craig Bristol, Justin Carby, and Chad White. That's your starting lineup here tonight as your iRacing.com Silverado Pace Truck will make its way to pit road, so that means we're about ready to drop the hammer for 40 laps of 358 modified competition racing action for the 2nd time this season at the dirt track at Charlotte. We are Green Flag Racing here tonight with Wade McDuff on the top side of the speedway trying to get a good jump. Not going to be good enough to clear. Going to be Scott Rayome off turn number 2 as your race leader.
3 wide going into turn 3. John Michael Brissett and Wayne McDuff look under Scott. Scott looks to take the advantage off of 4. We're still 3 wide going into turn 1.
Caution lights on. Caution lights on. Looks like the 02 Eric Riel has brought the caution out. I believe that was going down into turn number 3. I saw a car go around, but I was trying to watch that 3 wide battle that was happening up towards the front of the field. Take a look here. Watch that 02. Eric Riel. Kyle Lesher to his inside. There's the 15. Oh, Ungari goes sailing it up there. He's going to get right into the back of the driver of the 02, and Riel's going to go around. He'll now have to spin that car back around and tag the back of the field here for our first caution flag of the evening. So just a harmless little spin there off the front nose piece of the 41 of Doug Ungari. I don't believe Eric Riel has that much damage to kind of hamper his performance here.
No, I don't think he'll slow him down much. I think he'll be able to regroup and get back marching forward.
iRacing.com Silverado Pace Truck lights are back out here tonight for the field as we will get ready to set them back loose. It will be, I believe, just one lap actually officially counted. We'll have to wait for our timing and scoring to update on that as we get ready. It'll be Scott Rayon back down to the bottom side of the speedway. It'll be Wade McDuff to the outside. You see McDuff trying to maybe get a little bit of an advantage that time down into 3, trying to get the 4 of Scott Rayon maybe to fire off that he could see him. Now they're going to fire off. They're come back across the line here. Green flag back into the air as it is going to be the 4 of Rayon leading the way as everybody's chasing one driver way to the top side of the speedway. That was Joshua Leclerc. They're just about 3 wide. Rob Lowell in the middle there. It looks like that's the 40 of Millen, and I believe that's the Gagno Racing number 5.
Looks like the Brissett boys are here to party. We got Riom, John Mike, and Speedy, top 3.
Yeah, and then that's the driver out of Hudson Falls, New York, of Wade McDuff is right there. CJ Lavere is currently rolling the bottom side of the speedway. Battle for the race lead. Here comes the 14, John Michael Brissett down to the bottom side. Will he be able to hook up the tires of that 14 machine? Oh, bang, and they're going to bang Nerf Bar's teammates into each other's door. That's going to allow Speedy Brissett now to start to roll in on the top 2 drivers. 3 horses at the front of the field.
Sure is. Scott's making the top work pretty well. We're single file on the bottom. The only other car I see run the top right now towards the front is Brandon Guerin, and he looks to be making his way forward.
Couple cars up there yet. 3 wide at the line that time. They're put John Michael Brissett in the middle. Oh, it's going to check him up. One car going to go for a ride. That's going to be car number 4, CJ Lavere. Going to go for the ride down in 1 and 2. Caution lights are on all around the speedway for the second time here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. Have to take a look what happened to the Heath Auto Repair, last week's feature winner. Picking up that big win. There it is. Look at that 14 machine. You're going to see the 14 jump out of line down to the bottom. It's going to check up CJ Lavere, and unfortunately the 78J, or 78B, excuse me, that's the 78B. Nowhere to go for Bishop other than right into the tail tank of car number 4. It'll spin him around. Those bars going to get crinkled up. But other than that, everybody does a great job of avoiding CJ Lavere right on board with G-Stone Motors onboard camera right behind the driver. Don't see it, and all of a sudden there's the 78B.
Yeah, it looked like he just got in there a little hot.
Easy to happen here because you're trying to keep the momentum so built up here at Charlotte. Such a big track, and, well, 2 drivers just meeting each other down in the corner.
That extra burp, it's a couple car lengths here.
So, this time by, the lights should go out. The 78B reinserting himself. Looks like it should be right around the 4th position. So, it'll be Speedy Brissett, Scott Rayon, John Michael Brissett, and the 78B of Justin Bishop here. Wade McDuff, Josiah Millen, your top 6 drivers as we come back into the restart zone. It will be Speedy Brissett leading us to turn 1.
Speedy out to the early lead. John Michael back to the bottom, and Scott Realm on the outside. Wayne McDuff is right there waiting to pounce on an opportunity.
3 wide racing Millen to the top side of the speedway. That was the 1W Wayne McDuff, and I believe it was Guerin down on the bottom side as Wayne McDuff sideways that time. Caution lights on. Caution lights on all around the speedway. 3rd caution flag here on lap number 8. This one may be the Featherlight Trailers, GStoneMotors.com entry, the 1X2 of Rob Lowell, I believe may have been the one to bring the caution flag out. You see the front nose piece of this car, a little beaten up. Watch Rob Lowell, there you see him. He was running behind Kyle Lesher. There is the number 73, Vernon Woodard down there. They're going to make a little contact, and Lowell going to actually hit the tire barrier, and I believe that was Joseph Kemp and Eric Riel. There you see them wadded up against the outside retaining wall. Right on board here with Kemp. nowhere to go. He was just trying to navigate his way through, trying to avoid running in to the 73 of Vernon Woodard, and unfortunately ended up getting Eric Riel. Riel's still out there. He does have some damage to his machine, but he will return to the racing surface. And boy, his car pretty tore up, missing the front air dam as he's showing his displeasure with Vernon Woodard in car number 73.
Yeah, Eric has gotten off to a little rocky start tonight. He had a good run last week. It's unfortunate. Ran into some bad luck.
Lights are out on the safety truck here after our third caution flag of the evening on lap number 8. Remember, caution laps not counting here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte, so we'll see if we can knock a couple of them out here. These drivers know how to have themselves a good showing for the race fans out there. And let's see, 3 out of the top 4 drivers out of the Brissett Racing stables, and it's McDuff and Bishop. Guerin's right there with Millen. Green flag back into the air here tonight at Charlotte. Third caution is over with. Back to green flag racing. John Michael Brissett going to really lay it up into the cushion that time. Can he get a run down the back straightaway? He'll get a run, but it'll be just good enough to run side by side with Speedy back into 3.
Here comes John Mike.
So it'll be Speedy Brissett at the line. John Michael is right there on the outside. Scott Rayome, and then the battles are on throughout the field. Kyle Lesher back here. He's trying to get around the number 22 of Dylan Rabzoy. These two have been running all winter long in big block competition action. Now they come here into the 358s. Lesher was just here on Sunday night with his big block modified, and he had himself a good showing. Unfortunately, he didn't get the finish that he deserved with his big block modified program. Caution lights back on. Caution, caution, caution. Lights are on. Lap 12 going to go into the books here tonight, but the 4th caution flag of the evening coming out. I believe this one going to involve Eric Riel possibly again. There's that 0-2 entry. He was to the outside of the 73 of Vernon Woodard when he went down into the corner. Let's take a look. Oh, the 59 having some problems, and that was Chad White trying to gather it up. Riel went around him and then found himself into the outside wall. Right on board with our Stone, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram onboard camera. There you see the 59 out of shape, and Riel went to kind of go up the speedway to stay out of the 59. Unfortunately, found himself then into the wall, and that's not where you want to park your car. Speedy Brissett still showing a lot of speed here tonight. Speedy has been able to lead a majority of the first half of this race. John Michael has been kind of set right there into that second spot. Then Scott Rayome and Wade McDuff passing it back and forth. Bishop and Millen passing it back and forth. So a couple of these drivers still trying to get into a rhythm here and get going tonight here at the dirt track at Charlotte. The laps that we've had under the green flag circumstances, though, they have been good here at Charlotte.
Couple drivers on the move from the back is Doug Ungary already up 4 spots from the 18th starting spot, and Stephen Tuberville from 15th up to 11th.
So Tuberville on the move. We'll keep a close eye on him as we come back green. Speedy with another good start down to the bottom side. But look at John Michael Brissett. He banked it off the cushion up in 1 and 2. He got a great run down the back straightaway. He'll go up and bang off that cushion in 3 and 4 once again. Will he be able to have the race lead? He won't. The 0-3 of Speedy Brissett will slow his advances, so he'll have to go back to the top side. This time, though, out of turn number 2, he is going to get a great run down the back straightaway. John Michael Brissett having the race lead into 3. Will he hold it out of 4?
These guys better not get comfortable. There's a new kid on the block, Josiah Millen, making his way into the top 5, and he looks like he's going to try and contend for the lead.
Yeah, Wade McDuff down on the bottom underneath car number 40 of Millen. Pennsylvania and New York doing the battle there, and Scott Rayome's right ahead of them. Millen just laying it up on the top side. Here comes Wade McDuff for the slider. Not going to quite clear Millen. Millen going to go right back to the top side. Now Wade McDuff going to put himself back into the top side. Justin Bishop now one of the only drivers down around the bottom. Kyle Lesher going to tag the wall with the right rear of his car number 19. That was then going to be the 7 of Leclerc into the back of him. Both those drivers battling just inside the top 10. That is 9th and 10th. Contact down on the bottom side of the speedway. That is the Rabtoy entry, and that was Justin Bishop. Rabtoy had to check up. He'll lose 1. He'll lose 2. Bishop still trying to gather it up. Now Leclerc is sideways.
14 of John Michael has set sail as he checks out over Speedy Brissett in the second spot. He's out to about a 10th car length advantage right now.
One driver still having problems, though, in the mid-pack. That is the 78B. That is Justin Bishop. He just got the Nerf bars from the number 7 of Joshua Leclerc as they're 3 wide. Here comes Doug Ungari. Where is he going to go? He's going to go down to the middle. Bishop thought about going down there. Ungari going to get a big push, though. That car's going to slide up the track. He had to lift out of it. He let Ed Brissett and Justin Bishop have it. Now Bishop going to run the 15 of Ed Brissett down almost into the Ute tire. Battle for the second spot, though. Scott Rayome now going to take over P number 2. He's bringing Josiah Millen high, wide, and handsome around the outside with 22 laps to go. It's John Michael Brissett, Scott Rayome, Josiah Millen, and Speedy Brissett now working the bottom side of the speedway. He is back to 4th.
Speedy looks to move up to the top as the bottom just wasn't working out for him. He's going to bite his time, see if he can make another move back to the front. Wayne McDuff to the inside.
You can see how big of a lead your race leader has. Wayne McDuff trying to throw that slider down in 3 and 4 to Speedy Brissett. Not going to be able to make it happen, so he's going to have to funnel back in line, get some laps back up underneath that 1W, see if he can really start to roll back in. Right on board with our Stone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram onboard camera. One driver into the outside wall. That's car number 4. And boy, he almost just took off the door panel there on the 1W of Wayne McDuff, but I believe everybody's going to make it out of that, but Scott Rayome's going to go from running in P number 2 all the way back to the 9th position. 1 spot behind Dylan Rabtoy right now on the running with 18 laps to go. His night, which was out front all evening long, now over the halfway point, is almost to the outside the top 10.
Tough break for Scott as Josiah's starting to reel in John Michael, and they're checking out over Speedy Brissett in 3rd.
Brissett, that Speedy Brissett in car number 03, he had a very fast rocket here for the first 18 laps, and then once we went back after our last caution flag here tonight at Charlotte, they have just kind of set sail on Speedy Brissett. Maybe not quite the same package that they brought Stagger in that right rear tire possibly that they had last time we were here at Charlotte. Temperature has changed since the last time we were back here in North Carolina. So John Michael Brissett, though, they have figured something out on that number 14 machine. Holy cow, 1 second race lead. 15 laps to go. It's John Michael Brissett, Josiah Millen, Speedy Brissett, your top 3. Battle back there, though, for that 5th spot. Here comes that 1W down to the bottom. One driver down on the bottom side still as we got 14 laps to go. That is Rabtoy. Rabtoy is one of those drivers that he always likes to be at the bottom. And he is down there here tonight at Charlotte. Now he's going to go to the top side. He's going to get in front of Duberville there in car number 4 as, troubles for Wade McDuff. He's going to stack up Kyle Lesher. Lesher just on the outside of the top 5. Now Lesher has to go down to the bottom. Wade McDuff has a problem. Here comes, look at the big run. There goes Joshua Leclerc. He'll pick up 3 spots in 1 set of corners.
Leclerc having a pretty good night. He's making his way up into the 5th spot. He's just waiting for a yellow, stack these guys back up and see if he can make a run at it.
Kyle Lesher back to the top side. He'll go around Rabtoy. He's got to try to get back. Lesher was just battling outside the top 5. Now Lesher into the outside wall trying to get it off the wall. He'll bank it off the wall. He'll fire down the front straightaway. We stay green. The battle for the race lead is still sitting at a solid 1 second marker between Brissett and Millen, and Speedy Brissett has not been able to close the gap. Race leader, though, is going to start to work his way into lap traffic here. Right out in front of him is 03, as that is not going to matter because with 10 laps to go, the caution lights are coming on. Doug Ungari, Daniel Smith may have just had a little bit of a run-in. Rob Lowell also is turned around. There you see the G-Stone driver getting it pointed back into the right direction.
This could fall into Leclerc's lap.
Yeah, you never know. He was fast there right before the caution flag came out. Watch Doug Ungari. Did something happen out in front of Ungari? As he's going to get tagged from about 7 car lengths back by the 57, I believe that was, that came in there. Is that Daniel Smith, I do believe, and Rob Lowell having his own issues on the outside. Looked like the 57 was going for the slider on Rob Lowell. Lowell going to jump the cushion, go up into the wall. There you see the 29J also having some issues. That was Justin Carby. So the whole ball game just got turned upside down, as Will Smith would say. And that 1 second lead John Michael Brissett had, thrown out the window. Millen and the whole gang is going to be right there.
Looks like we're going to go by green single file as everybody is staying in line. The lights are out in the pace truck.
Waiting to see where the officials are going to slot the number 59 of Chad White. I do believe he's down rolling the bottom side of the speedway. They don't quite have him lined up here on our scoring. We'll see if the officials do kick this one off this time, as they are down the back straightaway. There's your two leaders, top three in the camera shot there. John Michael Brissett, Josiah Millen, Speedy Brissett. Guerin is sitting there in fourth. Leclerc is fifth. Tuberville is sixth. Lesher is seventh. Rabtoy is eighth. And CJ Levere. Looks like we will get the no-go signal here. We'll go around at least one more time before we fire it off. Paul, 9 to go.
This could get interesting. You see CJ Levere's picked his way back up into the top 10 after early misfortune. Looks like they're going to move the 59 to the back of the field and get this thing underway.
So we're getting this one back underway here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. It'll be 9 laps officially to go when we do take the green flag here tonight for our G-Stone Motors night here at Charlotte. And John Michael Brissett is going to slowly bring us back into the restart zone. Green flag is up. Here comes the 03 Speedy Brissett. He'll look to the inside.
Josiah says not today. He charges back by on the outside off of 2.
That outside really charging for car number 40 of Millen. As he rolls the top side, he's going to put it right on the cushion. Right, he's talking about on the cushion. That was about as close as you can get before putting it all over. I'd say 4 in the fluff, but boy, there ain't no fluff left to the outside.
No, they're cutting paper up there on the wall.
John Michael Brissett pretty much. Remember, it was a 1 second gap that he had before the caution lights. Big pile up down in number 4. Big pile up car up and over. That's Joshua Leclerc. I believe that's Eric Riel, Scott Riome. Doug Ungari going to the infield to miss it. But the 7 of Joshua Leclerc going for a wild ride in that Leclerc Flatworks number 7 entry. As I believe that car is very twisted, as that's not going to track. That's not buffing out. I believe the kids nowadays, Paul, call that a yard sale.
Yeah, it's definitely a yard sale, because after that, you might as well put all the pieces in a yard sale because they ain't worth much.
Well, let's take a look here and watch this. There you see the 7 of Leclerc. We talked about it. You talked about cutting paper. He cut the paper, shredded the paper, and when everybody's riding the high line like they were, there was just nowhere anybody was going to go, as Josh Leclerc went for the wild ride. Right on board with our G-Stone Motors onboard camera with Josh Leclerc. See him get up into the wall, and Lesher and Rabtoy and everybody else coming into the picture. Up, over, tumble, tumble, tumble. Eric Riel also getting some vicious tumbles to the outside wall there. But it does look like the official iRacing.com pace truck lights are back out, so we're going to kick things off. It's going to be a very quick caution flag here. A couple drivers down on pit road. Rob Lowell, Wade McDuff, Vernon Woodard, Craig Bristol, and Joseph Kemp are down into the garage right now, the pits area, whatever you would like to call them here at Charlotte. Beautiful facility. Just had the pleasure of going down there myself for the Nationals, as actually Josiah Millen accompanied me down there with Kyle Lesher.
What'd you guys think of the experience south?
Absolute beautiful facilities there at Charlotte as we're back green flag racing. The big block modifieds that were down there, those ground pounders absolutely put on a big show, and I thought they were the best one of the weekend. It's sort of like coming here on a Tuesday night watching these 802 guys put on a show. As this time by, we're going to see that open hand lean over the railing. Going to be 5 laps to go here tonight in round number 3. There's your battle for the race lead, as it is John Michael Brissett Josiah Millen's right there in car number 40. Both drivers into the outside wall. Josiah Millen going to pounce here. He's going to go down to the bottom. He has the chance to throw a slider here. He'll hold the bottom side of the speedway, but can he find any grip? He's not going to find grip as the caution lights come on.
Oh, bad timing for yellow. Josiah was looking to make a move.
I believe that's going to be the number 7 of Josh Leclerc, who has brought the yellow out again. Let's take a look. Watch this high, wide, and handsome. The Leclerc Flatworks Clark & Son Automotive number 7 into the outside wall, and he just did exactly what Rob Lowell did a little while ago, and he actually was one of those drivers that got into the wall a little while ago himself. So back-to-back yellows for car number 7 of Joshua Leclerc. Not going to be the night he wanted.
No, after a strong night like he's had tonight, it's a terrible way to end things.
Looking to go back racing. It'll be 37 laps completed here tonight. It'll be still John Michael Brissett, so we can at least say that the Brissetts have been the only ones to lead here tonight at Charlotte. And then it's going to be Josiah Millen, Speedy Brissett, Brandon Guerin. Kyle Lesher back up into the 5th spot. Justin Bishop back there in 6th. Scott Rayome is in 7th. Justin Garby is back there in 8th. Ed Brissett is in 9th. And Dylan Rabdoy rounds down the top 10 currently. The light's coming back up on the pace truck, so we'll go around at least one more time. Does not look like the Leclerc Flatworks entry is going to make his way back out onto the speedway, so he'll go and finish, looks like currently into the 18th finishing position. So Leclerc will finish 18th here tonight. Rob Lowell has not made his way back onto the racetrack, and he will finish 19th. Then it'll be Wayne McDuff, Vernon Woodard, Craig Bristol, and Joseph Kemp. That's how they will go on the finishing order from 18th back through the 23rd position. Safety truck off here, so we are ready. The lineup is set. It'll be 3 laps to go here at Charlotte. And John Michael says, Mr. Millen, if you want to take it, now's the chance, because it is green flag is out.
Elbows up, throttle down. John Michael takes it off at 2, taking the lead over Josiah Millen and Speedy Brissett.
Coming to the bottom, here comes Speedy Brissett's got to find something, because it's going to be wind him up. 2 to go. 2 to go here tonight at Charlotte. It'll be John Michael Brissett leading, but here comes Millen. Millen is there. He has found something that time off turn number 2. He'll pull about a half a car length down into 3. He comes. Not quite ready to throw the slider at him just yet. Little loose up on the outside there. John Michael Brissett is fighting for all he's got. He's going to go to the bottom. Millen's going to ride the top. Is that exactly what Millen wanted? Millen to the outside. Can he have the run down the back straightaway? He's going to pull even with the back bumper. Not going to quite be able to do it. And John Michael's going to throw the slider. Crossover by Millen out of turn 4. It'll be John Michael Brissett going back to victory lane here at Charlotte. Millen will finish 2nd with Speedy Brissett back there into the 3rd spot. Then it'll be Brandon Guerin, Justin Bishop, Kyle Lesher, Scott Rayome, Ed Brissett, Dylan Raptoy, Justin Carby. Rounding out the top 10, then it's Ngari, Hutchins, Smith, Lavere, Tuberville, Riel, White, Leclerc, Lowell, McDuff, Woodard, Bristol, and Kemp. Your 23-car field here tonight. So the driver of car number 14, the first driver to be the repeat winner this season. Nobody can take that from him. This man's got Charlotte all figured out.
He sure does. That's 2 in a row for John Mike here. I believe that's 2 seconds here for Speedy, too. These guys are looking to get a good pounce in the points here going into week 4.
Speedy finished 2nd the first week we were here. He will actually finish 3rd tonight. Millen going to do 2 spots better from the last time we were here at Charlotte. So Millen will finish in P number 2. So we'll see if we can get a word in with a couple of our racers here after this one. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back here to the dirt track at Charlotte.
Hey, I'm Todd Stone from G-Stone Motors. I have a new Ford F450 that I drive. You know, cars are our life. My father and I have always been involved with some kind of motorsports. And it's really a part of our dealership, the racing that we do. I'm very proud to have G-Stone Motors on the side of my car. It's a Ford Fusion. We sell Fords. We believe in Fords. I believe in what we sell. I drive what we sell.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford certified and pre-owned dealership. Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont. At Stone CDJR, not only do we sell Jeeps, we learned how to drive them. Stone CDJR, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back to the dirt track at Charlotte here, race fans. After 40 laps of round number 3 for the G-Stone Motors night here at the dirt track at Charlotte. John Michael Brissett going to victory lane here tonight. He has taken car number 14 directly back to his hauler. Those guys don't want anybody to see what he's got up underneath car number 14 because that thing is a rocket ship here at these high banks. But we have caught up with the driver of car number 40 here tonight of Josiah Millen. Josiah, a great run for you and your crew here at Charlotte. It's almost like you've been to this racetrack and seen modifieds racing around the banks.
Yeah, I come down here once a year for the World Finals. It's definitely an awesome track, awesome facility. It's also an awesome track on iRacing. It's probably one of my favorites.
Well, you talk about favorites. Walk us through your evening here. You had to come up 7 spots to get second, and then at the end of this one, all of a sudden, you were locked in a heated battle with the laps winding down.
Yeah, Michael Brissett he was gone, but I got lucky enough to get a few cautions, and it allowed me to reel him back in. It was definitely top dominant, and Brissett was fast. So I know there at the end he chose to run the bottom, which I thought I had something from on the top, but when he slid to the top, I tried to cross him over, but the center of the track was so slick, I gassed it up too much, too sideways.
Two sideways, not able to quite cross him over for the win, but another great finish for you here. It was 4th last time we came to Charlotte. Last week you finished 8th, and now a 2nd place run. Great showing for you and your whole team, who makes this all possible back home in Kutztown, Pennsylvania.
Well, first I want to apologize to Scott Rayome. I got into him running for 2nd. My apologies to him and his whole team, the Brissett Racing guys and the Full Throttle Motorsports. But yeah, I want to thank my wife for letting me iRace. I want to thank my Turn 3 posse boys, Doug, Kyle. They're here tonight, so they're also a big help. I want to thank my sponsors, Jordan Hen Racing, Turn 3 Racing Network, and everyone that helps make this possible.
There you hear it from your 2nd place finisher tonight, Josiah Millen. Came from 7 spots back to finish in P number 2. Your 3rd place finisher, though, the driver out of Plattsburgh, New York, Speedy Brissett, had himself a heck of a run, and he's going to come away with another podium finish. So that will go now. I believe that is 3 in a row for car 03. So he is locked in that battle with John Michael Brissett for your points championship hunt after this one here for round number 3. Paul, it was a great race here tonight at Charlotte. Looking back at it, what are you going to take away?
Watch out for John Michael Brissett, because he's not messing around.
Short, sweet, and to the point. That boy's got it surely figured out, and I'm really interested to see what we can do here in a couple of weeks. We are going to take a couple of weeks off here because, well, some of the drivers you see here are going to be racing down in Florida, whether they're going to be running big blocks or sportsmen's, or maybe even you're going to see some of these drivers on the asphalt running super late models down in Florida. So we'll take a week off. We'll be back, though, on February the 22nd for round number 4. We will head to the Volusia Raceway down there in Florida ourselves, here virtually, of course. We'll get to hear the stories from a couple of our drivers as they make their way back home here to the Northeast. Of course, we do wish all the drivers and the crew members that are headed down to Florida very safe travels, and we can't wait to hear how their weeks went. We hope to see a couple of them in victory lane with their crew members, their teams, and celebrating, maybe doing a couple shotguns for their beer award. We always love to see a couple of those. But for everybody with G-Stone Motors, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and of course everybody here with the 802 series. My name is Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network. That's Paul LaCourte. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show here from the dirt track at Charlotte. Until we catch you next time, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.
At Stone CDJR, not only do we sell Jeeps, we learned how to drive them. Stone CDJR, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Hey, I'm Todd Stone from G-Stone Motors. I have a new Ford F-450 that I drive. You know, cars are our life. My father and I have always been involved with some kind of motorsports. And it's really a part of our dealership, the racing that we do. I'm very proud to have G-Stone Motors on the side of my car. It's a Ford Fusion. We sell Fords. We believe in Fords. I believe in what we sell. I drive what we sell.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford certified and pre-owned dealership. Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.